Samira flew straight to the central square in the middle of the Goblin village. When they were still some distance away, they saw a goblin standing on the roof of one of the huts. He had his arms outstretched as he was trying to balance, and he was wailing at the top of his voice. "Get me down, let me go." There was a sudden gust of wind, and the goblin wobbled. Then, with a loud squawk, he slipped and tumbled downwards. Samira moved so fast that she was just a blur of purple and gold. In less than a second, the goblin was safe in her arms. She flew down to the ground and set him on his feet. Goblins ran towards them, squawking and babbling. "What were you doing climbing on the roof?" "You dribbling idiot. I did not climb up there," the goblin wailed. "One minute I was eating a green banana in my armchair, and the next minute I was balancing on the top of a slippery roof. Ooh, my legs feel like jelly. I do not like all these accidents," an older goblin grumbled. "Someone needs to tell Jack Frost that his spells have side effects. Since he started experimenting with superhero spells, we cannot leave our huts without pianos falling on our head. And Frostman is not always around to save us," said another goblin. "He takes very long lunch breaks." "It sounds as if Jack Frost is making emergencies happen," said Rachel, joining Samira. "Yes, emergencies that need a superhero," said Trusty, gazing around at the goblin. "Hey, look at that goblin over there, that one in the top hat. I've seen him before. He was there when you saved the goblin from the rubble." "He looks worried," said Samira, as they watched the goblin turn his head sharply, as if he had heard something. "He did that last time," said Trusty. "I remember," said Samira. "It was just before I heard the falling goblin call for help. Tinkling tiaras, do you think he might have my all-seeing eye mask?" "What makes you think that?" Rachel asked her. "He seems to be able to sense where and when trouble is going to happen, and who needs help," said Samira. "That is a superpower that no goblin should have, but all the seeing mask would give it to him. Look, he's moving away. Let us follow him." The goblin set off along the path that led towards Jack Frost's castle. They could see it in the distance, sparkling with icicles. The goblin scurried along with his head down, and the fairies followed at a safe distance. They did not want him to see them. The path sloped upwards, winding around jagged rocks. The fairies lost sight of the goblin as he zigzagged around a huge rock. "Let us catch up with him," said Samira. "I want to ask him if he knows anything about my magical objects." They sped around the rock and skidded to a halt as they almost flew into the goblin in the top hat. He was standing next to the perfect ice sculpture of a goblin. Together the fairies landed beside the sculpture and stared at it in amazement. "This is the most detailed sculpture I have ever seen," said Samira. "It even has tiny warts on its fingers," said Trusty. "Who made this?" Rachel asked. The goblin in the top hat looked at her and gulped. "No one made it," he said. "It is not a sculpture at all. It is a real goblin.